Hi, in this video I'm going to show how I use Apache Nifi to extract data from MySQL and convert it to CSV and save it in a folder. So first of all, to keep everything organized, I'm going to create a process group called Data Engineering. Double click to get inside. Now in the controller services, I'm going to add a service called DBCP connection pool. So this allows Nifi to connect to MySQL. So I'm going to configure it accordingly. So first of all, database connection URL. And name of the database. Then database driver class name. And then database driver location. This is the location of the MySQL connector file. So I'm going to copy the path and paste it here. Next, the database user, so root, and the password. That's all. Now to execute the SQL commands, we need a processor that can execute the commands in Nifi. So first of all, we need to get the execute SQL processor. And I'm going to configure it. So in the database connection pooling service, I'm going to add the service that I created in the beginning, DBCP connection pool. In the SQL select query should be select everything from the table. The table name is Data Engineering Books. And now the execute SQL processor saves the data in Abra format. So we need another processor that can convert this Abra format to CSV format. So I'm going to get a new processor called convert record. And in the convert record, I'm going to add record reader, Abra reader, and record writer, CSV record writer, set writer. Now I want to make sure that all the files have .csv extension. So I'm going to get a new processor called update attribute. In the update attribute, I'm going to add a new property called file name, and I'm going to specify the file name that I'm going to create, so along with the CSV extension. So this will allow it to create multiple files but with different names. Now I need a put file processor so I can save the files in our desired location. I'm going to configure it. So the directory is the place where we are going to save our files. In this case, I am going to save the files in this directory. So I'm going to copy it and paste it here. And maximum file, I'm going to put 3. Now I need to connect each of the processors with each other, and the relationships type should be success. And now I also need to make sure that the services in controller services are enabled. So before actually enabling them, I need to make sure that the DPCP connection pool that is connected to execute SQL processor is configured correctly. So I'm going to configure it like how I configured in the beginning. So the database connection URL, database driver class name, then database driver location, I missed something, and the database user, password, now I need to enable each of the processors one by one. Now before running the processors, I need to make sure that each of the processors failure relationships are auto terminated so that the processors become valid. Now I'm going to run all the processors one by one. So if you go to the folder where we saved our files, you can find the files and see if the data are saved. So this is the data that are extracted from mysql.